Welcome to the Running with James podcast. We are committed to helping runners, OCR athletes, and the everyday person get involved, get connected, and get committed to becoming the best versions of themselves. Remember, when you change your mind, you change your life. Now here's your host, James Wyatt.
And welcome back to another edition of Running with James. My name is James Wyatt. Some call me Coach James. My wife calls me Big Daddy. And the people here, they just say, hey, what's going on?
I call you Coach.
Coach, yeah. Yeah. Gentle James as well.
Yeah, that was often.
Not you, I mean others.
Oh, okay, got you. I will, you know.
Is that something people are still using?
Yeah, when I'm gentle. I didn't say it happened a lot. Let's be honest.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? No?
What do you go by, Lauren?
What do I go by?
Lauren?
It's probably It's probably Lauren to my face, but heaven forbid when I walk out of the room, it's probably all sorts of weird things.
No. I think anything anyone would call you behind your back, they would call you to your face.
Maybe.
That's the kind of love I feel like that we have, is that we wouldn't say something about you, behind you, that we wouldn't say to you.
Maybe.
No, just think you don't have a cool nickname. That's
I
something
mean,
we'll have
Tweet.
to work.
She does have actually quite a few really good ones, but none that she likes.
I mean, Tweak, I don't mind.
That's not a good one.
You had a cough named after you.
Yeah, I didn't like that
didn't
one.
like that
No,
one?
I had a
Okay.
disease named after me. I didn't like that.
Well, no, let's be honest. You had the disease. You developed your own version of it that I still hear from time to time.
It's gone.
Okay.
Listen for the cough throughout this
I was
podcast.
gonna say, how many
the
coughs?
Because I'm pretty sure I heard about 8 in the last podcast,
Oh, wow.
That's true.
and they were meaty.
Ooh.
They were meaty. I do apologize for that. Yes, but I haven't coughed in the last 48 hours. Winning. We're healthy and we're thriving, people.
Was this,
Hang on.
did you have a cough coming?
Yep.
No.
Yep. She's trying to hold it back.
It was a burp.
Oh, that's whatever.
Did you go to the clinic, the doctor?
She did not.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I kept saying, you should go, you should go, you should go. Oh, I'm going to.
But you know.
Did you?
You did.
She goes
There you
against you. You should have said, don't go.
I should have, you're right.
Don't go to the clinic.
Yeah.
It will not.
We were having our meeting the other day, and Carlos is just laughing. He's just cracking up. And I knew what you were laughing at. She was oblivious. She had no earthly idea what was going on. And you're just over there just
soaking it in.
just soaking
Wait,
it up.
what happened?
See? She still doesn't even know.
Wait.
Completely disagree. Anything James would say, disagree
Yeah,
with.
literally, I couldn't get it out of my mouth fast enough without you disagreeing with it.
I was pretty quiet, I thought, most of that meeting.
There was a few chuckles. I was enjoying it. It comes back to that when we were in Atlanta. I bust up laughing when she was like, she didn't want to vote on the picture.
Oh, yeah.
Who did it better?
Yep.
She's like, I don't want to be disrespectful
Oh, yeah.
to you, James. That was very hilarious.
No, I actually did give my honest opinion, but I wouldn't put it to the vote on the thing. But I did have an opinion.
What was it?
It was James. He had the better picture.
But she couldn't publicly announce that.
Well, I didn't want to
'Cause you gotta
hurt
stay on
Flo
brand.
and Gabby's feelings. They're my gal pals.
How would that hurt their feelings?
I don't know. I don't know how sensitive they are. I don't know what
Well, I
they're
thought y'all
dating.
were gal pals.
We are gal pals, but
So do you not know them well enough to know what would hurt their feelings?
look, we are ladies. We are enigma wrapped in a whole bunch of chaos. You don't know what's going to happen day to day. Even I don't.
It might have been smart because Gabby, I'm on her target now.
Oh, really?
I was going to do one. Flo says she's darker than me. And that's, ridiculous.
That's not true.
Not
Yeah.
true.
That's
exactly.
not
She's
darker than
living in
you.
some kind of crazy land, but
Not
it
darker
ain't
than you.
reality.
Like, we're going to put it to the test.
Yeah.
We're going to do a vote, a picture.
She might be darker than Gabby.
Next to each other. And so we were going to do that. I just haven't got around to it. And Gabby said, you didn't vote for me on the picture. I'm voting for Flo.
Wow.
So, yeah. So it's.
Dang.
Yeah.
No, I vote.
Yeah, so you can't have revenge votes. You just, whatever's true.
Mine came down to James's picture had the better composition. The lighting was better. The angle was better.
And the subject was better.
Well, I'm just going to say that the final nail in the coffin of that whole conversation was that random girl sitting next to us who we asked for a final opinion.
That was pretty
Oh
good.
yeah,
And she actually was a photographer.
She even told us that, yeah.
She even told us that, and she was like, this is what I do on the side. I'm a photographer. And then she looked at the pictures, and she gave James the
She did.
thumbs up.
But she did look like it was a little reluctant. Like she saw the girls, and she was like, I really want to vote for these ladies, but
Yeah.
they're
She
not.
went with her.
But she went with the truth.
Honestly, it
Yeah.
was an honest.
Yeah, she you could tell she
professional
loved the
opinion.
Lord. She had like a little, she was like doing a little study over there. I saw her. I was proud of her. So, but yeah, it was exciting times. So yeah, so she goes by Lauren, and
Yeah.
then we've got Carlos, Coach
Don
Carlos in the
Carlito.
house.
Don Carlito.
Don
Los.
Carlito, that's right.
Yeah.
Los.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't ever call you Los. I don't
need
know.
a cool nickname.
To me, you're not like a Los.
That's kind of people randomly use that.
Yeah.
That's what I kind of went through in high school.
Yeah.
They called me Los.
Yeah,
So-
that's just lazy.
Oh, I
You
have a
think it's
nickname.
lazy?
It is Carlos. It's not like your name is like super hard to get out.
But yeah, just shortened it Los.
Yeah, it's like when people call me Jimmy. I mean, that's literally number
People
one.
call you Jimmy?
I can't stand that.
Who calls you Jimmy?
People who call me that don't know me.
That's such a
Like, hey, can I speak to Jim? I don't know a Jim. My name's James. Oh, hey, Jim, how you doing? I was like,
Nope.
I think you got the wrong number, bro. He's like, no. I'm looking for so-and-so with BC Fitness. Oh, you're looking for the decision maker. Oh, yeah, that is Jim. Jim is not in today.
I would not. No, I could never use that. I'd never call you Jim.
That's weird.
I don't look like a Jim.
No, 100% no.
No.
And Jimmy's the worst. Like,
Jimmy's pretty bad. No offense to any
sounds
Jimmys
like an
out there
appendage
listening.
that, and I don't want people calling me that.
No, if you've been going by Jimmy, you've been doing that since like you were 5.
Yes.
And you've stuck with it, but you just can't switch from James to Jimmy. Like
No.
Isn't that a saying though? You got to like Jimmy it. Isn't that like a saying?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I think about when I hear Jimmy. I'm like, you just got to Jimmy it.
there you go.
Like an old country saying.
Yep. So,
I do have a nickname, sort
is
of. Several people have started calling me Lolo, which is what my nieces and nephew call me.
I don't even, why?
They call me because when they were little, they couldn't say Lauren.
No. I'm saying, why would like other people call
They
you that? Like,
heard,
what would, like, how
they
would,
heard my nieces and nephews use it, and they thought it was cute and just started using it on me.
gotcha.
So,
Okay. Well, I'm not
only-
going to call you that.
That's fine.
Just so you know.
I think it's cute, but
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
okay.
I'm just being honest.
It'd be weird if you called me that.
Lolo?
Yeah.
I don't know. You don't look like a Lolo to me.
I don't.
I mean, when I think of Lolo, I think keep it on the low.
I think of the track star.
Like keep it on the down low.
Lolo Jones. Isn't that a track star?
Flojo.
Or maybe it's Flo Jones. Okay, maybe I'm off.
Lolo Jones is another track star.
Okay.
Really on the low.
Listen. That's her job.
Okay.
Her job is to be aloof and not know what the heck's going on.
Okay,
I need you to come in here.
Bring the facts.
Yes. My God, we got to keep the dynamic right. I can't have
Yeah.
both of y'all like over here saying
No,
crazy
it's-
crandom stuff. What did I just say?
I think everyone's got it.
Did I
today.
just say crazy crandom stuff?
We've
did.
all
Yeah,
got
we
it?
are.
Oh my God.
Fired up.
Crazy
I'm tired.
crandom.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm tired. Jessica's been killing me. She's been trying to like destroy me, break me.
Yes.
I don't know. She's saying the same thing about you.
I am
saw you
trying to break
Tuesday.
her.
You were laying on the ground. You were forking you. Done.
I was done. Yeah. Believe me.
Your peak week workout.
It was tough. It was a tough workout. But you know, hey, it's over with now. It's all downhill from here. It's hot too. So it's like the
gotten
hardest
so hot
workouts
out.
in this freaking heat. So I'm just like drained. So tired.
It's gotten so hot out so fast.
Yeah.
Track-
But it's almost June and it hasn't been that bad. So like that's a positive. So that's I mean, last year or the year before especially. Last year wasn't too bad, but the year before, like in April, we had like 100-degree weather.
Oh, we were in triple digits
Yeah.
for weeks.
It was horrible.
You're right. Last year wasn't bad, and this year we just got spoiled.
We have. That's
with
the
the
thing,
good
it's the deal.
weather and going into April and then beginning of May. We're weak.
Yeah. By July we'll be good.
We'll be good.
We'll be back at it.
hardened.
Yeah. I was running today and I forgot what month it was almost. And I did some trail running today.
Oh.
And they were buzzing the tower. Those stupid deer fly. Had
Oh,
to
they were
stop-
there?
Yep. I had to stop a couple times and commit deer fly murder. So
Crummit?
Huh?
Did you say crummit?
Deer fly murder.
I heard that part, but you said, I think you were saying commit, but it sounded like you said crummit.
I never said anything that sounded like commit. I had to
You said
stop a few
something.
times.
You said something.
He said something. We'll have to check the tape.
We'll go back to the tape when I listen to it. I mean, maybe I did. It's very possible. I mean, I don't know.
We are all losing it today.
I'm on the level of curmudgeon, so like I'm working toward that where people are just like, hey, somebody did the other day. It was awesome. We were talking. I think it was on the run group actually. I think it was Daniel, and we were running. He's like, "Oh, that's just James." I was like, "Thank you."
That's it. That your goal of being that's
getting
just
there.
James. It's
It's
getting
just
there.
James.
Just one person at a time.
Just James. It's just James. You know. So we are. What's today? Today is a day before. So tomorrow is, or not tomorrow, but Saturday.
Tomorrow is the eve.
Tomorrow is HYROX Strong Eve.
Yeah.
Saturday is HYROX Strong Day.
Yeah.
When all the good little boys and good little girls that registered for the event will get to do all things fit.
May
Yes.
you all wake up feeling strong and well rested.
Yep. So I'm excited. It's gonna be a fun event. So I have been getting inundated with like emails and messages. People like, "What's the event gonna be? What's gonna be on there? What, do you have the wave times yet? Are you gonna do this?" And like half of those people have yet to send me their questionnaires that I sent.
You know what I've been getting?
What?
Are there any spots left? Are you kidding me? We opened up a whole nother thing and I like blasted it. And they're like, "Oh, well, I just didn't sign up." And I was like, "Okay, so what do you want to do? Like, can y'all squeeze me in?" I was like, "No,
Who is it?
I'm not telling you. I'm not plastic."
Is it someone I like? Because maybe.
It's two people you know.
Because two people actually have dropped out because one person, their doctor told them they shouldn't do anything heavy.
Okay, well-
So they backed out. And I think one other person had like a graduation or something they had to go to. It was last minute, so they're not going to be able to make it.
One is a former client of yours.
Okay. That doesn't help me at all, actually.
Well, I'm not going to put their name out. They might not want to be talked about.
We could like bleep it out.
Okay, can you do that? Will you do that?
I mean, I'd have to just like remember what time it was. So go.
Go.
Yeah, she's already reached out to me. Why would
Oh,
that?
okay.
Why could you not say that?
I don't know who wants to be talked about. Like, we know some people who don't like being mentioned on here, period.
Yeah, but
I still mention them.
that's mention them anyway. That's
don't-
the joy of having
Y'all have no fear
your
of people coming for you.
own
I do.
Podcast.
Listen, I was threatened by my 930 group. They said, "Don't you be talking about me."
Oh
And I
well, that's the greatest way to get talked
and
about.
I was like, "Bring it."
Yeah.
I said that under my breath.
The
to
other-
Of course.
myself,
Yeah,
but-
you're not gonna say that out loud. There's
Well,
too
the
many
other one
children.
I don't mind
Yes.
mentioning.
Yeah.
I said I did tell him. I was like, I can ask. We can see what we can.
It
do.
is too late though because I've already set the waves up and I'm not changing them.
There we go.
So he can come. They can come volunteer if they'd like. But she had reached out to me already, and
Okay.
before we were full. So unfortunately, yeah. So we do have 2 spots, but the way we're gonna work it anyway. It probably would just be best if we just left it alone.
Yeah.
Because we're too close to the event for me to like go and change it again.
Sorry, guys. I tried.
So maybe next time.
Next time there will be other ones.
Maybe next time.
I'm
so.
never drinking an energy drink again. This is like coming for me.
Didn't she say something about like just cutting caffeine out
I
altogether?
did. Look, I know what I said. It is a rough day. I skipped the coffee. I went straight to drugs.
Okay.
So she did say
And I
that,
don't like it.
But it didn't last like 12 hours or something.
It didn't last 3 hours. I think we left here and she went downstairs and got a coffee before kids class. I'm
No, I
fairly
got
certain.
tea.
Oh,
I
okay. I'm
made
sorry.
tea.
Was there not caffeine in it?
No, I got caffeine-free tea.
Okay. Well, I apologize. I was
I
wrong.
do have caffeine-free tea.
That's good. I mean, they make it. They make it.
Baby steps.
But
Baby
today
steps.
was a very necessary. We need something like that will wake up a dying horse. So we got an energy drink, and I feel gross now.
You don't feel energized?
No, I'm feeling like that was a whole lot of sugar. Even though it says 0 sugars, I don't buy that.
But how much caffeine is in it?
Great question. How much caffeine is in it? I don't know.
I mean, there's a little thing usually on the back right
200
underneath the nutrition.
milligram or something.
I'm looking for it.
I mean, that's a pretty good size
we
one.
should still keep talking instead of me just sitting here reading through this.
Yeah, so the HYROX Strong is happening this weekend. I'm excited about it. It's going to go down. People are asking. So I thought today we could kind of give everybody a little bit of taste of what it's going to be about. We have had, we do have a website that has, some details on it, telling the events and the stuff that's going to happen. And the whole point is really, guys, what? It's all the events, none of the
Running.
None of the
So
running,
all
right?
of you weenies who get so sad about the running.
Maybe we don't want to like call people names
I
on the
said
podcast.
weenies.
We're
It's a
trying to build
gentle
this.
name.
This
We appreciate everyone.
We love you all.
Runners.
Yes, all of you, right? Because I mean, a lot of people who don't run feel like runners are weenies.
Actually, some of our members that do train with us are super, and like a couple who like are either brand new to HYROX and only have done like one, and some who have yet to do one are super excited because they know the running is not what they've like really perfected yet, but they tend to do very well in like the classes. So they're like really excited to like go out and see if it's gonna like pay off for them.
For sure. What I'm excited about is we sent out this questionnaire, and mainly the questionnaire, the reason for it was to kind of get an idea of like pace, speed, fitness, what have you done in the past. And what I love is there was one question I put on there because I know not everybody has done an event. They haven't done maybe a HYROX or a DECA, what have you. And so one of the questions was, what would you consider your fitness level? 1 to 10. 1 being couch potato, 10 being elite.
Those are always great questionnaires.
There's a lot of 8s out there.
Everyone's an 8.
Like everyone is an 8. And, it's exciting.
Everyone's
That's
an
nice.
elite.
Yeah,
Everyone's an elite
eight.
runner
And I
all
don't
of
know
a
if people
sudden.
realize how close 8 is to 10. And if 10's elite, that's sub elite in my opinion.
Well, big dogs are coming out to eat.
They are. They're coming out. It's going to be a good time. There's going to be a lot of good competitors out there.
Yeah.
My favorite answer though was I'm 3 steps away from couch potato. I'm just working out. I thought that was kind of funny.
That's a good one.
So, but yeah, so the event basically is going to consist of all the HYROX movements. We're going to have a couple little surprises in there, just to kind of break up some of the movements, and just to be, not be too monotonous, right? So we'll start out just like we would with a ski, right? So
nice little ski.
Nice little 500-meter ski. Then you'll go to a sled pull, right? So what you're going to do is people are asking, like, what are the weights going to be? Well, of course they're going to be ladies' weights. Of course they're going to be men's weights. So we'll push you'll push the open weight, whatever division you're in, and you'll pull the pro weight. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So
because you're going to do it
going to
back
be a
to
little
back.
more challenging, which for the ladies will be interesting because that tends to be a more challenging station period for the ladies.
I think most people
Are we
it's
going to use
challenging.
the rope or are we going to use the handle
Ropes,
pullback?
yeah.
Oh,
We'll
the
do
ropes. Okay.
Yeah. So we'll do the ropes, and we'll have to do that a couple times. Then you'll transition to burpees. And then after burpees, there'll be the
burpee broad jumps.
Burpee broad jumps. Yep. So we're going to try to do our best to limit the amount of counting that you have to worry about. You just got to go distance.
So it's more of a distance.
And rower as well, right? Right after that. Then we're going to spice in a little bit of a surprise. And then after that, we're going to do walking lunges, right? Then we'll have another surprise. And then we'll finish it off with some wall balls.
Everyone's favorite.
Yep.
Yep.
Are we going to give them the number
strong
count
finisher.
right now, or are we going to keep that secret?
For the wall balls?
Yeah.
We're just do 50.
Okay. No,
nice
I
and
didn't know
easy.
if we want to announce it.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll do 50. So it should be, you should fly through it.
Oh.
Like 30 seconds tops.
Perfect.
You should be able to unbroken it.
So I know I've had a lot of people ask me, and I'm sure if people are listening, they're wondering, like, well, 500 meters, that's not HYROX standard. So what's your reasoning or thought process behind shortening some of the reps, some of the distances on the machines, and like how are we still making this as challenging as another event?
Well, I think the challenge is going to be, and I don't think people really think about this or realize it, is, when you're doing, like, say, HYROX, right? You have the runs, right? And in between. To an extent, that can be a break for you. But the whole point is when I don't know if you've ever looked at your data before, when you're, if you've done a HYROX and gone back and look at like what your heart rate does. And usually what ends up happening is your heart rate levels out while you run. So it tends to be pretty steady, right? Because usually you're running at the same pace, right? And then they tends to spike during the workouts.
Yeah.
Okay. And so you're kind of doing this like steady, spike, drop down as you get back to your run, steady, spike. So the whole thing is going to be spiked for the event, right? And 500 meters. So if you're thinking about it, the whole point is to get through it as fast as you can.
Yeah.
Right. So this is going to be probably if you're thinking about efforts, an anaerobic activity, right?
Yeah.
So I'm, just kind of going through it, testing it and stuff like that, somewhere between 20 to 30 minutes.
Yeah.
For the average person, to get through the workout itself as a whole.
Yeah.
So we're not trying to like kill people. We're trying to make something fun. We're trying to make it challenging, and not have people, especially people who are maybe newer to the event. We want it, just like HYROX is, we want it to be fairly accessible.
Yes.
So like my goal is not to like, and I think sometimes when some of these gyms, a lot of gyms will do these competitions, I feel like that's their goal.
To
Like their
destroy
goal is to try to
wills.
like show people how hard a workout could be. And I don't think that's hard to do. I don't think it's hard to put hard stuff together. I think what's challenging and what HYROX has done a really good job of is have it flow together, kind of put a point to each thing, test different energy systems, and make it challenging but doable for everybody.
And, obviously some strategy. How
Yeah.
do you,
When do you
come
push?
out-
When do you slow down?
How do you, on the sleds, do you stop, take a quick mini break, or do you push through it and then try to go through the burpees into the rower, and then kind of rest on the rower? Or do you just, pace yourself a little bit more, or just where to kind of, because you're eventually going to have to, slow down a little bit, just to.
Catch
Well,
your
at some
breath.
point, I mean, and depending on what your fitness level is, you're either going to slow down or you're just going to push through and be redlining the entire time, right?
Yeah,
and
like-
there's some people who can do that, but you have to still to an extent you have to pace yourself.
Yeah, no, you don't want to blow up.
Yeah, so you don't want to get to the wall balls and not be able to get one rep.
Well, and I think what's going to be exciting about this event, and I think we've had this in a lot of our other ones, they tend to bring out a lot of pretty new people, either people who've never done the event and just want to kind of get their hands on something, just kind of get into the mindset of what an event could feel like. And then people who've maybe just done one, maybe it was not at a super competitive level, but now they're saying, okay, well, let me see what I can do with something a little different. And I think that's really nice because you do have a lot of new people in there. For them, it is all extremely challenging because it's all very different.
Yeah.
So I think that's always kind of fun to see the new people come out and really give it their all.
Yeah, sometimes people are afraid to compete.
Yeah,
you know, I've talked to a bunch of people who I thought would be good, you know, doing a HYROX, and just you say the word competition, they immediately no.
Yeah.
Even though they have great fitness, just the fear of, well, what if I won't do good?
Yeah.
Kind of deal. And so they never take that step. So this is a great, you know, competition to kind of get your feet wet, not be as a super big event like HYROX where DJs are going. It's just, you know, sensory overload. They can, you know, test themselves here in a smaller, you know, environment, but still give that effort to push and get that competitive feel.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and if you think about HYROX, right, the average HYROX time is over an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Right. So, I mean, yeah, we could do the standard distances for everything. But, you know, I think I was trying to, because I don't remember when we were having our meeting, we were talking about it. And somebody, I don't know who it was like, it's not going to be hard enough. And I'm like, well, I mean, the average workout time, I don't even know what it is, but I know what my workout time was when I did the competition. And it was like 24 minutes, I think. And that was with somebody else.
Yeah.
So that means I split it up. That's like the doubles, right? So if it took me 24 minutes to do half of the effort, then something that we do that's very similar to it in half, I don't think most of the people are going to be able to do that kind of time. So if we doubled it, then everybody's going to take 45 minutes to an hour. Like if all you're doing is like doing like intense activities for 45 minutes, there's going to be a lot of people laying on the side of the road.
Like we're going to be
that's
cleaning.
a soul crusher right
yeah,
there.
because there's no breaks, right? It's it's
You
not
go
like you
one
do
to
one,
one.
you get 2-minute break,
There's
do the
no
next
real
one.
ruck zone.
There's nothing except for you move. As soon as you're done with one, you move to the next one. So whatever break you take that's part of your time.
Those 3 steps right there to the burpees.
That's your break.
There you go. Enjoy it.
Exactly. So I think that's the thing that's going to make it more challenging than anything else is that you're just going. You're going. And so by the time you get to the burpees, you might have been doing something for maybe 5 minutes, 6 minutes, but you're going to be taking breaks and you're going to be tired.
Are we going to run through it tomorrow night? Are we going to have a few of us run through it, or?
I mean, we've already gone through it a couple times.
Oh, okay.
So we are going to have a volunteer thing where we take the volunteers through it and everything.
Okay.
Yeah,
Give
but it's
them a
not
chance.
open to everybody.
No,
it's only
No,
open
I was
to.
curious if
Yeah.
I was going to do it or not.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
gonna
So
try.
we're going to have as many volunteers that are willing to do it, go through it and do it. So that way you can get a feel for it, the flow, make sure they understand how it's going to work and the standards, obviously, because we're going to hold the standards.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not like something where like, you know, hey, anybody can come tomorrow night.
No,
and
I mean,
try it
like,
out.
for myself. I
Yes,
wanna,
you need to be here and
You
test
should
it.
definitely
you need to go
come
through
test
it. Yes, and we need to set a time for people to beat.
No, that's what I'm.
You know what I'm saying?
wanna
So
do.
you don't ever want to have an event and not have a standard that you expect people like, hey, this is what Coach Carlos did, just so you know.
Yeah.
And if no one beats this, technically he wins the event.
Do I get the flag?
Yeah.
I'm gonna set. Well, are you gonna put me against Tommy tomorrow? Is Tommy doing it?
I don't know. I don't know if he's going to be here. It's his anniversary, I think, this
Oh, is
weekend.
it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we may not see him for like a week.
Oh man.
Yeah. They go hard in the anniversary time.
Do they?
Yeah.
Okay. So you probably won't be at track then.
I'm pretty sure he won't be at the track.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
just I'm putting it out there. Tommy's tried to kill me the last 2 weeks at track.
has he? Like
I at first I was kind of.
I didn't see y'all running together very much.
They did. I have all the pictures.
The 2 weeks ago we did.
Okay.
And then last week I was a little bit under the weather, and I should have known better.
Under the weather.
It sinus, so that's what I'm going to say.
Sure.
And I should have just taken it easy. I wasn't even going to come. I was going to come and just be coach, just
Yeah.
kind of give some drills.
Sure,
and,
sure,
you know,
sure.
do this, and then got out there. I was like, oh, I'm going to join the group. It looks like fun. And then Tommy just, all right, let's go. I didn't have the heart to tell him. I was like, nope. I'm going to run with Tommy. I think I'm feeling better. And the second week in a row, we've been out first, 1,000 meters. He goes, yeah, that first one was a little fast. We're at a 5:30 pace.
Dang.
And as I'm like holding my side, wincing, and I was crushed.
Yeah.
So after that, each one got slower and slower. So
And they're supposed to get faster, right?
yes, so
Okay.
it's intentional. He took me out. So that's 2 weeks in a row.
He broke you on purpose.
The first week I was able to handle it.
Yeah.
Just not. But second week he smelt could sense
weakness.
the weakness in me,
Yeah.
and he just took me out
Yeah.
round one. So
Smell the blood in the water.
Yeah. So I'm not buying the nice guy act anymore.
No, of course not. Yeah, that's the thing about Tommy. He seems real sweet, and very patient and real chill and stuff like that.
It's very quiet. You don't know what he's thinking.
But
No, it's
yeah,
inside the track, it's a whole different story.
yeah, he'll rip your throat out
100%.
like straight up,
Straight up,
like
Roadhouse
Dalton style. Yeah,
yeah.
It's just, I'm just calling him Dalton from now
Yeah.
on. He's got that chi about him, but then you better watch out because
Yeah, doing his Tai Chi,
Exactly.
relax.
All
but
that animal flow.
yeah,
Animal
that's
flow,
exactly
but
who he
if-
is.
if
And
he
then all of
needs
a
it-
sudden, you messed up now, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Throat
So,
gone.
Yep, absolutely. So careful.
We
Great
love you,
guy.
Tommy.
We love him, but straight killer.
He is a straight killer, ghost face killer, actually. So, but yeah, so I think it's going to be it should be challenging, but not too tough. So everybody can be able to do it, and hopefully the way we've kind of have it spread out and everything, everybody should be able to get through it, pretty quickly and pretty efficiently. So, so it should be good. So I think this will be like in our last couple of years, it's probably like our 4th event we've done. So they've all gone off without a hitch, been very organized, very, very good, except for the one person that was insane. So other than that, but it didn't bother you at all. You weren't even over there. You didn't even.
I was there.
I didn't say you weren't there. I said you weren't over there. You were on the other side.
I was literally right next to it when it happened.
Oh, okay, my bad. So, but it wasn't even that big a deal.
It was fine.
It's just we didn't make any profit because it all went to a window. No big deal.
No big deal,
Cost me
guys.
money, but it's okay. No, I'm not mad. At it.
Anyway,
No, but we don't need to set James off. He's on.
He's
I'm
on
already
edge.
on edge.
That's what I mean.
guys,
He's on edge.
James is
That's-
already on edge.
that's
Let's
happy-
put it
happy
away.
thoughts.
Bury it.
You know what?
Bury it.
Push
it down, James. Push
you know
it
the
down.
thing I've noticed is I've been on edge for a while now. I think this whole year I've been on edge. If we go back and play the tapes, how many of these
Do you say you're on
podcasts
edge?
do I say I'm on edge?
A lot. We should maybe you should start taking ashwagandha.
I take ashwagandha.
Oh, do you?
Ooh,
I
there
do.
you go.
I don't know what to tell you. That was my only option.
What does ashwagandha do?
Helps to calm you down.
You sure?
It's supposed to. It's supposed to
don't know.
help mellow you out.
Well, it don't work.
It's a root, isn't it?
It's a fungus.
It's a rut.
Fungus.
It's a fungus.
It's a rut.
That's just my country
It's a
slang.
mushroom.
Yeah. So no, I don't. It doesn't calm me down. It's actually in a mixture of stuff.
Do you like to do a tea?
No, it's like a pill.
Oh, it's a pill.
Yeah. And it doesn't calm me at all. It actually makes me more aggressive, I feel like. Which is why I like taking stuff. I gotta make sure I get it every day.
You sure it's not.
High tea
I
levels.
was say you sure it's not like cordyceps or something.
That's what I'm trying to work on.
High tea.
Trying to get that high tea back
fire.
up.
He's got
That's
that
right.
fire. With that tea running through
I
his
do
blood.
feel like ever since I've been taking this stuff, and I'm not going to promote them because they're not they're not supporting the show. But of all the things I take, it's the one thing that I make sure I take every day because I feel a difference.
No.
And it does help me have that fire and that aggression that I feel like I've kind of gotten rid of over the last.
I might have to talk to you about that off air. And
Yeah, it's
get
good
that.
stuff. It's really good stuff, and I would suggest, if you're an older man that's in your 40s or above,
Check.
I would suggest you try it because no side effects, all natural, and you notice a difference. Seriously,
Sold.
yeah. But I'm not going to say their name because they're not supporting the show.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Are you ready to unlock your full potential? I want to introduce you to the Fit, Healthy, and Happy podcast, a powerful resource to transform your life today. With expert interviews, practical tips, and inspiring stories, this podcast is your roadmap to lasting wellness. Here's what a listener has to say.
I used to struggle with my health, but this podcast changed everything. It's like having a personal trainer, nutritionist, and life coach totally for free.
With over 2,000 five-star reviews, we're a podcast you can trust. The Fit, Healthy, and Happy podcast, available now wherever you get your podcasts.
Okay. Anyway, now that we've had a nice little discussion, we've had our commercial break. If we have people coming to do the competition and they're brand new or they're newish, how would you kind of walk them through any advice you would give somebody on how they should approach this kind of event?
All gas, no brakes.
All gas, no brakes?
Yeah, this isn't one of those ease into it competitions.
Yeah.
This is you need to go as fast as you possibly can and get through it as quick as you can. Because if you don't, you're probably going to get murdered by the next person behind you.
Okay.
So this isn't one of those things where you want to this is not a pace yourself situation.
Yeah.
That's not the kind of workout it's supposed to be. So you know how like we'll do workouts and I'll give them to you guys and I'll be like, all right, guys,
This is suddenly feeling very much like an attack.
here's what we're going to do. We're going to do this workout. And then y'all are over there doing like, we're doing a 2,000 meter row or something like that. And you're just like Sunday stroll. You're looking at each other. You're talking. You're like, oh my gosh, girl. Yay. Right. And then I'm like, hey, that's not how it should be. It should be like this. You know I explained it in the beginning because it's a short interval. It's not a long interval. It's an anaerobic. It's not like a aerobic effort. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that. So don't go easy. You're feeling attacked?
Huh?
How are you feeling attacked?
And so you look at me and you're like, just FYI, it's not what you like to do and chill. I know it's not going to be a
That's
chill.
not what I
didn't say
said.
that.
That's not what I said.
Well, that's what I heard. That's what my lady brain heard.
Lady brain.
Gotta love that lady brain.
Yep. So
Here's what it wants to hear. Yes. Question for you.
whatever you like.
I have a quick question for Lauren. How much caffeine was in that drink?
200.
There we go. Excellent.
Just
Found
flat,
it.
like straight 200. They usually like 245 or 222 or something.
Says 200. That's what it says. It's vegan, apparently.
Yes, and it's good.
It's too sweet.
So you didn't like it?
I didn't like it. I bought it.
Did you like it like after you took that first sip or after you drank the whole can? You were
just
like, oh, I
committed.
didn't like that.
I didn't like it immediately. I just committed because I bought it, and I committed to it.
You know, in our government right now, I forgot the term for it, but there's like a new term. It's not maybe new, but it's been around for a little while. But it's basically like, even though they've invested billions of dollars into a program, if it's not fiscally responsible to continue the program, they will lose the money and move on to something else and cancel the program. You know what I'm talking about? Have you seen that? I forgot there's a term for it, but it's like, even though, and I think some people have that mindset where like, I've invested money in this, so I just got to let it ride, you know, or I've paid for this drink. And even though I don't like it, and even though it's probably not any good for me, like I'm going to drink this thing to the end.
Well, I need
because
that.
I'm actually just drinking money.
It's also I really need to see if the caffeine wakes me up because we still got to teach a class.
Yeah.
We still got to do a goodbye party for a friend.
Yeah.
I gotta try to squeeze a run in at 11 p.m. Probably. So I gotta have energy to go.
I'm just saying, it doesn't look hopeful right now. You're looking a little tired.
Just so you know,
all I'm
that's
saying.
Carlos's voice speaking, not mine.
So tired.
Not Coach James.
It was
That's Coach
not
Carlos.
criticism. It was just an observation. So.
It's become more and more, and I hate treadmills. And I'm like, man, I wish I had a treadmill at home so I didn't have to go run my neighborhood at 10:30 p.m.
So, guys, if you're in the Cypress
Don't do
area,
that.
just know that there'll be a single white female running in the dark this evening. So, be on the lookout. Be on the prowl.
Remember, this was a while back. I believe you were night running, and you were
Oh, yeah.
you were almost getting in a fight. You thought a guy was staring at you.
So
through the
mad.
window.
Oh my god.
She was so angry.
No, I was scared.
She was scared, and then
But
got
she was
angry.
mad, too.
Remember, you said you got angry
Because this guy kept checking her out.
So
Because you're staring at me from a window. And
So next time she ran by, she's like, "I'm going to stare at him just like
I
he stares
like that
at
you
me."
remember the story.
It's hard not to.
It's
It
great.
was a cutout of the
Dos Equis guy.
Dos Equis, the most
It was-
interesting man in the world.
It was
Just-
the cardboard standee. It was terrifying.
Good. I like the confidence, though. I do, honestly.
I
Because
was ready to take this person on if they were going to come
I
out
like
their
the confidence,
door.
though. Is like
I'm going to show this guy.
I mean,
Yeah.
he was wearing
Who
a
does he
suit. I'm
think
like,
he
who could this
is?
bearded man? He thinks he's going to take me on. I'm savage.
yeah,
I did have a lot of like stupid confidence in that situation, but I was also a little afraid.
it's awesome.
So careful out there, Lauren.
He hadn't moved for, God knows how long.
Just
He's just
staring.
standing there,
just
being super creepy.
Yeah.
Because you know how men are,
That's
how we roll.
Yep.
right?
Now, okay, go.
No, I'm done. Go ahead.
I was going to say we've gotten very far off topic.
No, we're right on topic.
No, we know exactly. Just a little night running. We're talking about, what they should expect.
Yes.
I'll give a little tip. You should expect any picture you take should look bad because you're going to be pushing. You're going to be making some crazy faces.
If you have time to pose.
Yeah, not putting the right pace. So it should be, hurt. Should be, grimacing. It's going to be painful.
Do you have a lot of your clients signed up for this?
I do. I have the whole pretty much 9:30 group. They're bringing their husbands.
Oh. Are their husbands competing?
Yes.
Several of them. I saw some
Some
names.
of them are, and some of them I was like, okay, try these workouts out, and they were like, I'm not giving to my husband. They're going to show who's.
I must defeat him.
Yeah. So there's him. He's some.
Who wears the pants in that
yes.
marriage?
So I fearful for these husbands because these women have been training.
I like it.
Did you give them all like goals that they have to hit?
No, not really. Just told go have fun,
Yeah.
push it. So I hadn't. We've done kind of a little mock work out of the similar
See, that's kind of not fair for everybody else because Coach Carlos had an idea. He knew what was going on. So he's putting them through training for like 2 or 3 weeks beforehand. Well, sabotage.
Technically, they've been doing box step overs for a while now.
Okay.
So we've been kind of putting that more just because it's from the DECA. So
I would say if you come to the Saturday class, y'all have been running those for weeks.
So it's kind of, we've been putting them in there just because we had on the radar was doing that DECA fit.
In September.
So it's kind of been in there and it's one of the movements.
Yeah.
And so that's the advantage of coming to a.
So you see how he responded to me just now? Like, obviously I was being tongue in cheek and I wasn't being serious, but he came back with me with logic and reason and it immediately shut me down. Right. And so that was great.
Awesome.
That was very good. I'm very proud of you.
I'm patting myself on the shoulder.
So take that cue, right? So he didn't let it break him. He didn't let it shake him at all. He didn't get like all disheveled. He just came back with the truth. And what happened? I'm sorry, Carlos. I apologize. You're right. There's not sabotage. You're just doing what you do and you're being a great coach.
That's the advantage of hiring a trainer throughout the building. So if you guys want that inside scoop, come see me. I'm peddling my wares even
and then he tops it all off with a little bit
You can reach me at
underhanded promotion for himself.
Plug.
So that's
Shameless
how
plug.
you do it.
Shameless plug.
Learn.
I know. I need to learn more about
from the
shameless
best.
plugging from Carlos.
Learn from the best, right?
Book your stretch now.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
You're going to want it after.
Yeah, one of my clients was talking about how they needed to book their stretch and restore session before they leave. And I was like, what? Yeah, I got to get with Carlos. I was like, no, you don't. I was like, he doesn't offer that service anymore.
Oh, wow. Let's take it off the website.
Yeah.
So
you won't be able to book that for yourself.
That would be a good way to do it. You should tell people if they book with you before the event, they get like 10% off.
I'm thinking about it. No, that's a good. I'm going to be, we're talking about the flow of it tomorrow. Hopefully we can, show some stretches, be out there with a table. So we'll see.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I'm going to judge a station or not. If my expertise is needed. If not, if I'm free, I'm going to be throwing out some stretches, peddling my wares.
Peddle those wares.
How did the stretch feel that I gave you the other day?
The one I fell asleep on?
Yes.
I started falling asleep.
See, that's
a good stretch.
It was a good stretch. I needed it. It was very relaxing, and I was like in a comatose state afterwards.
Wow.
It was great.
See, there
it's
you
nice.
go.
It was great.
Another satisfied customer.
Yep. He stretched me out a little bit the other day.
Yeah.
He got in there.
Yeah, I told you.
Got them hammies.
Let's do it.
Yeah, he worked me over a little bit. Felt good. It was great. I enjoyed it.
Well, you were kind of a man down.
I was.
That was after the workout with Jess.
Yes, it was. And he came over there and started fiddling around on me. It was good. I enjoyed it.
A little fiddling.
Yeah.
I
mean, it was more like
using the word.
It was kind of like a tease fiddle.
That's how you get them.
He gave me like 10 seconds. He's like, "Oh, hold on, let me touch this."
No, I did a little.
And then he did a little shake and shimmy.
A little shake and shimmy.
And then he's like,
relax
yeah.
the hamstrings.
And then he's like, "Okay, you're good to go." And then walked away. And I'm like, "Whoa."
Wait, you were a little reluctant at first.
No, I wasn't.
Oh my! I cannot believe you just said that. You're like, no, I'm good. I fortunately.
No, because yes, okay. But that's because when you came over, you made it sound like I was putting you out.
No, absolutely.
And I was like, well, I'm not going to put him out. I'm not going to do that. I can stretch myself out. I was going to grab that foot and give him a hey girl out, right?
Yeah.
So, but he came over and he starts fiddling.
Mm-hmm. So I got those hamstrings a little looser.
He did. Yeah, I felt good.
Excellent.
It was good. It was a very good job. I was proud of you.
Thank you.
Yep. So, I mean, I have traditionally always been the one to do all that stuff. And, I do stuff to people all the time. Nobody ever does stuff to me.
No,
I can never get a little stuff on me. I can never get a little fiddling.
No, I feel you there. A little.
This whole conversation out of context is just so good.
Yeah. I don't know.
Now, I think you were mistaking fiddling with diddling.
Yes.
Don't use that word
it's
either.
Two different things.
Those are completely different.
I think that's where your brain is going.
Yeah.
You
got to fiddle the hamstring, but you don't diddle anything.
Mess around with. That's what fiddle means.
That's exactly right. You loosen it up, you shake it, and you shimmy it.
That's what we did with the hamstrings. So
exactly.
Zero diddling.
Loosened it up. Because usually if there's diddling, it's not going to get loose.
No. That's everything. I saw Brian clinch up the other day.
He did. I was diddling that earlobe.
Where am I?
I don't know.
I don't know. Is this the Patreon? This doesn't feel like
not the Patreon. This is free.
This feels like a very
free.
Spicy content right now.
So I'm actually looking forward to the HYROX Strong because once it's over with, I feel like people are going to have a good concept. I think the last time we did one, was right before Dallas, I think.
Yeah.
And we wanted to try to give people as much of a feel of what HYROX was going to be like. So that's why we had the running and the different movements, right? So I think this is going to get people excited. It gives them something to kind of, hold them over a little bit.
Yeah.
But then I think toward the end of the summer, we're going to do another event, but it's going to be the opposite, right? That's what we talked about doing. So instead of being, HYROX Strong, we're going to do HYROX Fast, and it's only going to be
It's going to be a lot of running.
just running, no workouts. And hopefully over the summer, all the HYROX Run Club folks will be able to have a chance to see how much their running has improved by doing a little kind of almost like a little track meet.
Actually, I've been pretty impressed with everyone coming out on Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Usually, these are groups like usually we have the month of the race.
Yeah.
Now it's like, I think that people have seen and done it and like, I need to be a little more consistent with this, not just 1 month out, start coming.
Yeah.
So,
Dude,
I was pleasantly surprised by the group on the Sunday. I was like, wait, is something happening today that I don't know about? Because there was a lot of people.
on Tuesday, I was there. And on my way to Memorial Park, I got a text message, or I got a message actually on Instagram, and it was like, "Hey, what's your phone number?" I didn't even think about it. I just sent them my number, right? I didn't even, people don't just randomly start asking me about my number. And so I just sent it. And then like 2 seconds later, you've just been joined to a text group. So there was a text group for the Tuesday run that we do.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
That they had just created on their own.
Oh, nice.
And they were kind enough to add me. It's called the Running with James text group.
That's great.
I think that's what it's called.
I love that you were the last one added.
I was
to
the
it.
last one added. Yeah. And we were joking around about it. And while we were running, I was doing like a little, Running with James segment or what have you, like interviewing him and stuff, chasing stories. And I asked them a question, and they were like, "Meet you at the club on a Tuesday." And they were all did it like in sequence together.
Did you get that on video?
Yes, it's on video.
I need all these videos.
And I was like cracking up because I was like, "Oh my god, y'all! Like we've already got a saying too." I had no earthly idea that it was some Drake song that they were like regurgitating.
Still works.
They corrected me, and then I still hadn't caught it yet. And we were running a little later on, and she's like, "How old do you feel right now?" That was one of the people running with us asked me that question in reference to the saying from the song. And I was like, "Well, I didn't feel old until you just asked me that."
So they're making you hip.
Yeah, trying to.
They're keeping you young and
They're trying
relevant.
to keep me young and relevant. So,
doing good work.
So that was, I thought that was cool. That was fun. So, I think they thought I was trying to kill them, but I didn't. We just ran a few hill repeats.
But that is, they have bonded over you trying to kill them.
Yeah. And
So
I think, one of the greatest things about what we do.
That's how
We bring each other together. We make each other stronger. We slightly try to manslaughter one another, but then we pick you up after we crush you.
all in the name of improving fitness.
That's it.
And then you
And
come
build a
back the
community.
following week with a friend.
You bring a friend.
There you go.
Always bring a friend. Please bring a friend. Always.
I would say because every Tuesday it feels like I'm seeing a new face.
Yeah, that's really cool too. It's neat.
Yeah, that's
so.
great.
And I think more people too, as they're kind of someone sent me a message because like some coach was out there and there was going to have an event at the track at the Cullen Run Center or whatever, and they're going to go through drills and run form and like come meet coach whoever. And so she sent it to me. She's like, "Hey, just a heads up." And I was like, "Yeah, I feel bad for this guy because when I get there, his crowd's gonna be so small compared to ours, and it's gonna be just like HYROX Houston Run Club again,
Oh, yeah.
And I was obviously being tongue in cheek, and so we got there and we were doing our drills and doing our stuff, warming up because we did it around the track, and people kept like looking over, like, "What's going on over there? What's going on over there?" I never saw their group. So I don't know if like they went to a different place or if just nobody showed up. So, but.
What's the best way? Like, do you wear like a Running with James shirt or the BC Fitness shirt when you go Tuesdays so
Yes.
people can easily find you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that because I've had people ask me like, how do I know if I'm looking for James? I'm like, well, if you follow us on Instagram, you'll know what James looks like, hopefully.
This is true. Plus, we always meet at the same place, right? So we meet at the Cullen Run Center, right by the bathrooms. There's like those little benches that are there.
Mm-hmm.
And we're usually standing around looking lost and like lonely and like,
That's a great sign
please,
of a run group.
Please come run with us. And I always have a BC shirt on, right? Or a run club, either the HYROX Run Club or a BC Fitness shirt
Okay,
on.
cool.
So I don't know. I thought about getting a sign or something to put up there, but then I'd have to run with the sign,
the banner.
And then I'd have to do all that stuff. So I don't know. I just want the group to be big enough. And eventually I'll just probably stand up on the thing and be like, hey, anybody here for the run club? And just see what happens. I don't know. Daniel's been really good. Daniel's been awesome because he's been like recruiting people, and if he sees people, he's like, come run on over, right? So I'm sure he appreciates being called that.
Huh?
I don't know if I'd call it a fanboy. He's just a...
I think he said that. I'm pretty sure he said that.
I believe he said he was a fanboy of the podcast.
Yeah.
He did say fanboy of the podcast, yes.
No, he just loves the community. And
He
just
does.
trying to,
He's really appreciating it.
We're all for members trying to, beat that drum to bring more people in.
Absolutely.
So
Good attitude.
Absolutely.
That's what I tell people all the time. See if I can try one more time. That's what I try to tell people all the time. If you like something, I personally feel like you cannot help but share it with other people. Right. So that's why I like here at like a church and stuff, we're always talking about like the gospel and like sharing it with other people. If you feel like God's changed your life, like you can't keep that to yourself. You got to share that with somebody. But it's the same aspect with like, if you go to a good restaurant, if you eat something good, what do?
Write a review or tell your friend.
Yeah. Right? And so if you come to some place like, say, BC or the HYROX Run Club, and you get around such a great group of people, and then on top of that, you're learning and you feel like you're growing, how can you not like want to share that with other people that you like, that you enjoy being around, or people that you care about? How about that?
Yeah, you want them to experience that great experience you just participated in. You know, the run, the coaching.
You want to encourage them. You want to help them see growth and stuff too, right? And I honestly, I think doing things, hard things, are more fun with people, especially if it's people you like. And if you can do it and have a smile on your face and enjoy it, and even though it's something that's tough, you can't wait to go back and do it again. You can't. How do you beat that?
That's the kind of, what do you say, the theory or like the practice of like the boot camp, like Army boot camps, or, even back in the day, the Spartan 300s, they would forge a bond because they were all similarly going through a stress. Yeah. So they would all bond against this stress training they would do. And that's kind of how groups form tighter. They bond against, not Coach James, but your workouts. Yeah. They survive the workouts.
The adversity.
Yeah. The adversity of it.
Yeah.
And it just gets groups, tighter. So that's one thing that, the Spartans would do with their like training camps.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think that's what's really cool. And I think the HYROX event we're going to do this weekend is just going to build on that. And I think people are seeing, they're seeing some of the stuff happening, and, I think Houston's a big city, obviously, but even though it's such a big city with so many people and it's so widely spread out, we go places and people are like, HYROX Run Club, BC Fitness, Coach James. And so that means that in some fashion or form, we are impacting and influencing people, hopefully prayerfully for the good. Hopefully we're also creating an environment or a community where people, they don't feel, I've always felt like to an extent people have been a little, not tentative, but like maybe a little intimidated to come train with us, at the gym, because we have a lot of people that are pretty fit and, pretty athletic and, they win races or get on podiums and stuff. And, what I always have tried to really encourage people is that we didn't all start that way. Yeah. We were all just normal, like people who were trying to get in shape. And, because of the training and the consistency and the camaraderie and pushing one another, many people have gotten better. Yeah. And gotten to a status where, maybe they're doing some pretty good things. And so, there should never be anybody ever intimidated. We want everybody to come and be a part, no matter your fitness level, no matter what you're doing. That's why we're doing this event, is there's going to be really awesome fit people. And there's going to be people that have gotten much fitter than when they started. And there's going to be people that are 3 steps away from couch potato, right? And so I think that's the beauty of fitness. That's the beauty of like these types of events, is that everyone can come, everyone can be welcomed, and hopefully they'd be encouraged to, get better, right? To improve and maybe come back next time and do even better than they did this time.
I think something that's also really been neat to see is like speaking to people being nervous and intimidated coming. We have had a lot of people who are very strong and amazing athletes who have been training for a while, but I can think of several of our athletes that are newer and are kind of just really starting their journey, but like already, like we can see amazing potential.
Sure.
Like the growth is there. The dedication is there. Like they've kind of dipped their foot in and they're finding their groove. They're finding like that pattern of, and that habit. And you're starting to see like this person can really be an amazing athlete. And I think they're starting to recognize that. So like having people come in scared, because I know a couple of them were very scared to get started because they had like really not a lot of background in fitness, and they're starting to feel very confident in what they're capable of.
Yeah.
And I think it's just
I
all
mean,
about
that's the
lifting them
reason
up.
we do it. That's the whole point, right? There's nothing better than to see people start to see their own potential,
Yeah.
right? When they can see what you see.
I think people are going to be surprised. Like the people that train here, they know like the community aspect of BC Fitness. I think the people that are new, that have signed up and maybe haven't trained here or trained with us, are going to really be surprised that yes, this is a competition, but the amount of encouragement you get from the coaches, the competitors. It's, even if someone beats you, they're still going to be cheering you, or vice versa. So it's going to be a very a big group community feel to this race.
Yeah,
So I think they're going to love that.
I think just like HYROX, it'll be a great thing to come out and watch.
Oh,
right.
absolutely.
So it's going to be a great spectator thing. We've got food trucks coming out.
We've got a lot of food trucks.
So there's going to be, some good vittles here. And, you'll be able to see, pretty much just like HYROX, you'll get to see a good chunk of the event. Pretty much all of it. All of it, actually.
Awesome giveaways.
We've got great giveaways, and you don't have to win to get a giveaway. That's the one thing
the giveaways for everybody.
We always make sure with our competitions. Yes, we have, we approach it two different ways. I think you have to celebrate greatness. So if someone goes out there and crushes it, you got to celebrate that. You've got to reward that, right? So we'll have, podium spots for first, second, and third in men, first, second, third in ladies. We'll have banners for those individuals. First place is going to get a free race to a HYROX race event.
Oh, wow.
But one of the things we always make sure we do is we also have other giveaways. Lauren always does a really good job of, getting those and handling those out for us. So everybody has a chance to win, even if you don't
podium
win, right?
Yeah.
Even if you don't podium the event. So, so it's one of those things where we want people to feel like, they can be a part, they can come in and conquer the event itself. They can also maybe leave with a little swag or something. And then I think more than anything, feel like even if they maybe don't come to our gym, they feel like they're a part of our community.
Yeah, that's the other thing, because I know a lot of people, every event, even if people don't come, it seems like everyone knows your name. Because we're always checking everybody in and we're hearing it and we're like getting introduced to new people. So I feel like even if you do not come to BC Fitness, like you're going to have a lot of people come up to you like they've known you your whole life.
Sure.
And they're going to talk
and
to
cheering
you and cheer you on.
Yeah. There was in Atlanta, I saw a couple people that were there that, I've come to like Sunday Fun Day, and I was like yelling their name and screaming at them, and they looked at me like I was a crazy person. They were like, "Who's this guy like yelling at me?" And I think you get race brain.
Yeah.
So and then afterwards they came out like, "Oh, it's like, oh my god, I saw somebody, I heard somebody yelling my name. I'm like, who the heck is yelling my name in Atlanta?" And then I came back around and I saw you walking around, and I was like, "Oh, that was awesome." So they just had the race brain. So they were like, "Man, that was pretty cool. I really appreciated that." So that, like, there was a guy in Atlanta. Did you see him?
Yes, at the corner.
That dude had me hyped up, and I don't know who the heck he was.
he had great pace. You're holding that pace.
Yeah.
Good job. Like right at that corner, just by himself.
Yes, and he was there all day.
Yes, no.
All day, and the next day he was there.
Slowing up. I didn't want to disappoint him.
No, I could not let him down.
I did not want to let him down.
I could not let him
told
down.
Me my pace was good.
He was hyping me up so much.
Yes.
I could not fail him.
No, absolutely
right?
not.
And we do that stuff for people too, right? So, so you're gonna get cheered on. Hopefully, you'll feel that environment. Hopefully, it'll be electric. We'll have plenty of people here to watch and great volunteers and all that good stuff. So it's gonna be a cool event, and it'll be a great way to kind of like measure. Okay, where am I at now? And one thing I would just encourage everybody to do is when you get through with the event, no matter what, don't be disappointed. Don't be like, I suck or anything like that if it didn't go the way you wanted to. Now you know, here's what my challenges are. Here's some things I need to work on. Let's go work on them. I got all summer to get ready, and I'll be ready in November.
Yeah.
I'm pumped. I want that open spot. Give it to me. Come on.
I know I had to delete your name from the thing from last time. And I was like, oh, yeah, Carlos isn't competing.
Oh, man. I'm pumped now.
Yeah.
I want a little competition.
Yeah,
but.
I know. I mean, actually, I should probably do it because I've never done one.
You haven't.
I've never done one. I should do one.
That would be a fun surprise if we just threw like all the coaches in, surprise people. You're going to be running with the coach.
Yeah.
Just sprinkle us in. Sprinkle all of us
That'd
in.
be good.
Yeah.
Like we don't count towards.
We don't count towards the podiums, but we're there to
but no,
motivate you.
no.
Oh, well, we count towards the.
If I'm
No,
competing,
you do-
I count
Okay,
toward the
never
podium.
You do not count towards
Never
that
mind.
podium.
I'm not
down.
working if I ain't winning. You know what I'm saying? Shoot.
Ah.
So, I mean, if they can beat me, I can beat them.
That's right.
If they get to have the glory of being faster than me, I need to have the chance to be faster than them. I think that's only fair.
Competition. No, you're right.
Competition.
We can't water it down. You're right.
No watering it down. Right.
So-
So I think last time I just did the competition so that I could have a time and then just kind of like, so I could just know.
Yeah.
Just know where you stood compared to everyone
Just know
else.
in the back of my mind that I was faster than everyone else.
As he's going down the list, faster.
Got him.
Got him.
Got him.
Got him.
Got him. Oh, you got first place. Got him.
This person beat. No, that person.
Yeah. But, when you're putting on an event, if you win, it's going to look rigged. So you don't want to do that. So you just stay out of it.
Yeah, because you want to make sure people don't think you've planned it to your strengths.
Exactly. But, I mean, the way I train.
Everything's your strength.
No, not really. Oh, man. I need that attitude, though.
His hat's about to squeeze off his
I was gonna
head
say, I
'cause
just
it's-
see it getting
it's
a little
growing.
tighter on
Yeah,
the
I told
top.
you, man.
It's-
Got a little
I'm
tighter.
telling you, that stuff has been working, man.
Well,
Maybe can I take it?
But that's
I
what we
wonder
want
what
to
it would do
see
for me.
before New York. The confidence
That's what
was
I
there.
need.
So that's what Jess.
That's what I was telling Jessica. I was like,
he's fired up.
we got to be confident. We got to go in raring to go. We're like, world champions, right? So that's the goal. So if we don't hit the goal,
Y'all better do well because it's all gonna be on a live.
okay. I
The
don't even know
whole
what that
thing's gonna be
means.
live.
Oh, is it going to be live?
I'm filming it live.
Oh, you're filming it live? Oh, very nice.
Apparently, she's going to New York.
Yeah,
To
I
film
told
it.
you.
Yeah, but I didn't know you were going to the event too.
I told you that too.
It's like that, when you're younger.
We
James,
talked
you got
about
to go
it.
to the mall. Take your sister with you. It's... Mom, can I go to the movies? Yes, but take your sister with you.
That's awesome. That's so good. That's so good.
It was not planned. It was honestly a
It never
surprise.
is planned.
It was a
Mom
surprise.
just throws that in there. You never plan it. Trust me, that's the whole point. It's never planned.
It does seem that way often.
Truer statement has never been said.
It
I
just
always
seems
say.
that way.
That's what I'm here for. Am I back on brand now?
You're back
It
on
was-
it.
it
Proud
did-
of you.
it did-
Back where you need to be.
It
You're
did
back in
work
your
out that
back in your
way.
lane.
Back in my lane. Perfect.
No, my brother and my mom planned a New York trip and wanted to surprise me to go with them. And it just happened that they were planning it on the same weekend. And so I said, okay, well, I'm not available Friday night, just FYI, because if I'm going, I got to go watch my people race and I got to scream at them.
I was really kind of hoping to just go under the radar for this one.
Do you really want to go into the radar?
I kind of wanted to just go out there and just do our
Fine, I
thing.
won't do it on
you know
the
what I'm
live.
saying? I mean,
That'd be nice to have it documented.
No, you're more than
That's-
welcome to be. I'm not telling you
that's
not to
gonna
go.
be a good-
I'm just saying that was kind of
to
my
see James and
original
Jess
thought.
run.
I think it's one. That's the thing. I want to see y'all finally run. I know everyone else wants to see y'all run.
Yep.
And I am very confident
Oh.
y'all are going to do amazing.
Never mind. I figured it out.
What?
She's there to film Jess. Not
Yeah, I
you.
know what it
Okay,
is.
it took me a second. I was a little slow.
I told her
today.
on
That's-
Sunday. I was like,
I
"Have
gotta
you?"
film both of you.
I was like, I told her on Sunday. I was like, "Have you noticed anything when she comes up to video us?" She's like, "What?" I was like, "You're always doing exercise, and I'm always bent over, looking like I'm a dead."
No, you look good in the run in the run clip photos.
I just noticed. It's just what I'm saying. I'm always behind her, and I'm like huddled, bent over like death, and I look up, and there she is with the camera. I'm like, trying to wipe my face off and get.
Oh no!
That's just how it
Not look
works.
disheveled.
Not true.
From the Sunday, she had a streak of me bent over, catching my breath, my belly over
She
my
always
pants.
like
It's
is
just,
Y'all
like
just gotta always
she
be
sees
on.
girls doing good stuff, and she's like, "Oh, I got to capture this moment."
No.
She sees guys huddled over in disgust and like
That's-
puking.
That is so far from true
must
because
capture
I
this.
got to catch all the thirst traps, all genders. So everyone's a thirst trap in my opinion. So I got to catch it all. So if you're just doubled over and I happen to put the camera on you, you better pick it up.
I guess I wasn't going for the thirst trap.
Always.
Always. It's all about-
Always.
All right. Well,
Sunday is the thirstiest trap
The thirstiest trap. All right. Well,
because everyone's going out shirtless.
that's true.
Everyone's pumped. Everyone's like looking fast.
True.
The picture of you and Jess running look really good. I don't think I've sent them to you yet.
I always look like I'm like a mouth breather. Like I'm just my mouth's all open, and my big old lips are hanging out my beard. I look like freaking what's his name? The basketball player, James Harden.
Oh, James Harden.
That's what I look like, just big old lips just sitting on top of my beard.
I will say Larry, every picture, Larry can't take a bad run photo because his form is like so.
Yeah, Larry's looking good.
Every photo I get of Larry, no matter what, it's just like perfect form
Larry's looking good. Larry is on a mission, and I'm for it.
to
I'm
be
all
like
about
super
that.
fast.
What's it like? Sub 250.
This dude's going 250.
That's
sub
250.
250 in the marathon in Chicago. It's happening.
What's his best?
I want to say it's like 250 255 or 257, something like that.
So he's gone sub 3.
I think it's just under 3. I think so.
Okay.
Maybe it's not. It might be 301. It's right at 3. It's really close, and it might be under. I don't remember. There's so many people. I'm sorry.
Can I do a self-promotion real quick?
Sure.
On October 26th,
Yep.
my 50th birthday.
Nice.
We are doing a half marathon, the UT Health half marathon. So it kind of
Sign up,
started
people.
grassroots of a few people asked me if I want to do it, and I looked and it was on my birthday, so I was like, why not? It
Sounds like an official HYROX Run Club event.
I
Yeah.
think so. Let's start it
Celebrating
up. So,
Carlos's 50th.
Yep,
Yep.
I've signed up. I've pretty much 7 or 8 of my clients have signed up. It's,
Nice.
It's a grassroots effect right now. So if you want to join and you want to try to beat Coach Carlos, beat this old man.
Carlos,
go
you
for
don't
it.
look a day over 42.
Thank you. I'll take it.
I'm not going to say anything about dates or anything like that. You look good for your age.
You
Thank
look great for your
I'll
age.
take it. I'll
Yep.
take it. So
But you also have committed to the full shaved head. And when you do that, I feel like, especially if you don't have facial hair either, I feel like you lock in your age, especially if you stay pretty fit. It's like you'll look this way
like
for
you'll
the
never
next
look
10 to
a day
15
older.
years.
If you take care of yourself, I'd agree.
no, I think so. But if I let it grow out, no, it's like, looks
Yeah.
like a dog with mange up top and,
Yeah.
A little bit of
Yeah,
gray.
a lot of
comes
gray
in
in the
there.
beard, yeah.
A lot of gray.
I had to go in and get my license renewed. That was the first time I've been to the DMV in, I can't even tell you, 20 years, 30 years, I don't even know. And also the photo I had obviously was probably because they're like, that's why you got to go in because you got to get an updated photo.
See, they didn't make me
a
update
gentle
my-
James picture there, huh? Just a young James.
Yeah, just young James. Yeah,
That might-
blacked out beard.
At what point do they make you change your photo? Because I haven't had to update my photo in a while.
It takes a while. I think it's
okay.
like
They just told me to.
yeah.
okay.
So I just did it. So, but yeah. Then they took the picture. I asked the lady. I was like, "Do I look good?" She's like, "You look like you look." I was like, "That's not what I asked,
That's
lady."
great.
I said, "Do I look good in this photo?"
That sounds like
She's
the
like, "Well, you look
DMV.
just like yourself."
I wanna
And I
use
was like,
that.
"You're not helping me at all." I was like, "This is gonna be my photo because I ain't coming back again." She's like, "You look fine. You look fine." And I was like, "Well, I don't want to look fine. I want to look good." She's
I
like,
look
"Well, I can't help you
fine."
with that, honey."
Oh,
I
wow.
was like, dang. But my beard is like bushy right now. I didn't realize until they showed me the picture, and it looks like a lot's going on. And it was a black and white photo because it's the
new IDs.
copy because they haven't given you they mail you the new one, right? So it was just a black and white on the piece of paper. And I was like, man, there's a lot of white in that beard.
Well, it's the black and white photo too now.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, because I just got my new ID and it's black and white photo. It's the new like red, white, and blue kind of
I didn't know that.
look.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah.
I'll make sure I'm cleanly shaved for my picture. And
Yeah, there was a lady as I was walking out, it cracked me up because she had her hair all done up. She had
Oh,
like
wow.
full makeup on, and she was so nervous to take this picture. I was like, lady, it don't matter. I was like, you're gonna look how you look, and you look fine. You look all right, I guess. But I guarantee she'd be like, she had like cock eyes because she's trying so hard to look good,
Yes.
I can guarantee that picture didn't turn out well.
Yeah, no matter how much effort, I learned that young. No matter how much makeup or effort you put into that DMV photo, it's always going to look a little less than you want it to.
How young were you learning that? Like 5?
When was I before whatever the one is before you're like 25th?
I'm just messing
What I
with you.
love
Whatever
is
the
how
one is
like,
before you've 25.
is how like you'll take a picture, right? And you're like disgusted with the photo. And then you take another one, you redo it, fluff your hair up, and then take a picture. And then not you, like women in general. Yeah, just in generalities. And then they'll look, oh, that's the one. And then you put them next to each other and they look exactly the same.
You think they look the same. We see it. We see the difference.
I don't know what you see.
Oh, I take, when Gabby wants the picture, I just take.
You take a bunch.
Yeah, you gotta take 10.
So they all look the same, but this one's good.
And then you keep the little live thing so that you've got like a little buffer zone on either side of it, just in
yes,
case.
absolutely.
Because inevitably, whenever you press the button, they're blinking their
Y'all
eyes.
learned well.
Right?
Yes,
It's like, oh my God, you take horrible pictures. No, you need to stop blinking or smile and stop moving every time you ask me to take the picture. I say 3, 2, 1. Don't move when I say 1. Like, wait until after 1.
People, just come let me take your photos for you. Don't ask your husbands to do it unless they're really
I take good
good.
pictures. I believe we voted. We had a vote
Yeah, he
that
does take
proved
good
that I take good
pictures, yeah.
photos.
So
right?
you like as a subject, you take good photos as a subject?
I
or
take a
as
good photo of other people too.
I would say I've taken a lot of good photos of you.
Because I have an amazing eye.
I feel like some of your best photos are photos I've taken of you.
You
I
took
mean-
a great track photo of me.
I feel like I've taken a lot of good pictures of everybody personally. And you know how many I have of myself? None.
All right, people. Next time at track, let's try to get Lauren.
it doesn't matter what picture you take of her. Nobody's
I'm gonna
going to
hate
take a
it.
good picture of her.
She's
She's
No,
not going to
I'm
like
gonna
it.
I'm gonna be like, God, I need to lose weight.
Yeah.
God, I needed this. God, I needed that.
Exactly. Especially if it's anything other than her backside.
No.
She's gonna be like,
no,
swipe.
that's not true.
okay.
That's not true at all.
Your face. You see her face?
Yes.
You see her face?
Oh, there's no video running.
No.
Oh, it's too bad.
Oh my gosh.
No.
That's not true at all.
I make a stressed face when I run. That's the problem. And I realize that when I sprint, I do this. I don't know why, but I do. I like push my neck
Maybe the
in.
wind is just blowing so
I
fast in
think
your face.
that's the
just
thing.
blows your back.
I feel like I'm going so fast, and then you look at it, and I'm not going very fast.
You know,
I'm just
I feel like that all the time.
pushing my head back.
I feel like and then I see the video and I'm like, oh, I'm not running very fast actually. So yeah, I honestly, like on Sunday, like Jessica and I were running the last couple weeks, and I'm like, dude, we are flying. I was like, we are freaking like gazelles out here. And then I see a video and it looks like we're creeping around the freaking thing, just barely moving. And then I see like Larry flying. I see freaking Jonathan flying. Freaking Tommy, I looked at him. That dude looked like he was sprinting around the track. And here I come. Ba-doop, 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 ba-doop. And I'm dying at the same time.
Well, you were doing exercises too, so
Yeah.
You're doing way more than
you're
everybody
doing
else.
actual HYROX workouts.
I mean, we were running fast. I just didn't feel like we looked like we were running fast.
Yeah, it's true. It's all relative. I mean, look
It
at
is.
the HYROX race. You're passing people like I am, like you said, a gazelle out here. Then you see a video and
You look like you're jogging.
when was I trotting
Yeah.
across? That wasn't me. In my mind, I felt the wind in my skull.
The wind in my skull. That's awesome.
Just passing people, then you see the videos like
Yeah, you just look like you're out there for a Sunday jog. But you know what? That's how you want to look, honestly. If you look at most elite runners, they look like they're out there with little effort. They're very relaxed. They're in the zone. They're running. And like if you watch them on TV, they don't look like they're running very fast.
But they
no,
are.
it's like a 5-minute pace in the marathon, and then they're just.
But if you see them in like real life,
They're pew.
they're flying,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So I think that's kind of the goal, right? The goal is to make it look like you're not running
Make it
very
look
fast,
easy.
make it look easy and relaxed. But ultimately, you're not running slow. You're running quick on the feet.
Quick on them feet.
Good advice.
All right, guys. Well, if you're signed up for the event, we will see you on Saturday morning. The doors are going to open at 8 a.m. Check-in begins at 8:15 for the ladies, and the very first
Wave?
briefing. There we go. Briefing starts at 8:45 for the ladies, and we start the first wave at 9 a.m. sharp. There will not be any 9:01s. It's 9 on the dot. So be there, be square. I would suggest, ladies, make sure you get there as early as you can so that you can check in, get the briefing, and warm up. Guys, we're going to open check-in for the men at 10 a.m., and we'll have the men's briefing at 10:30, and the first men's wave, I think, is going to go off at 11 o'clock, I think is what it is. So, once again, guys, more ladies than men. They're representing the ladies out here crushing it. So, not very many more, but still more ladies than men.
Story of your life.
Yep.
60-40?
Yeah, probably about that split. Yeah, probably about that split. So, so I'll send out an email that has everybody's start time on it tomorrow. So you'll kind of have an idea. But please, if you have a start time of like, ladies, if you have a start time of like 10 o'clock, I would not show up at like 9:30. Okay, I would show up between
Show up
8
early.
and 8:30 to check in.
Yeah.
And get that all said and done. Get ready to go through the briefing, because here's what's going to happen. I'm not going to be repeating the briefing.
And if you mess up on something, we will hold you to a standard.
Exactly. So you're not going to be there for very long. It's like an hour and 10 minutes of ladies running. So there's no reason not to get here at 8:15 at the latest, right? So, ladies, get here early. Guys, I understand if you don't want to be here all day, but come cheer the ladies on. So I would suggest come early, because those ladies they're going to probably stay to watch you race. So you should show up early, come watch them race and cheer them on.
Oh, and one other thing about the event, because I meant to ask, if on the giveaways for the people who are listening, you have to be present.
To get it?
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
So just
I ain't mailing nothing to you.
I was gonna say, so just so people know, you can't have a friend come claim something for you. If you get called for a giveaway and you decided to bounce out early, wah. We need you to stay there. We need you to hang, support the people. That's how you get gifted.
I don't know.
No?
Maybe if you have a close friend, we might let that
You
slide.
are gonna let that slide? You didn't let that slide last time.
I mean, because the friend stayed for you.
Okay,
So I'd be
that
okay
sounds
with that.
Sounds like a
I
gray
think that'd
area
be
to
good,
me.
a friend.
I think a friend's okay.
As long as there's no effort that we have to mail
No
something.
additional effort, yeah.
If someone's like,
They're nicer
my
than
friend
me.
is staying.
Yeah,
and-
that's fine. I'm okay
absolutely.
with
You hear
that.
We are nicer than
Y'all are
Lauren.
nicer than me.
You hear that?
We will do that,
Because
right?
in the past, we've just been be here.
Well, she's talking about like for the drawings and stuff like
Yeah.
that, right? So, but yeah, we'll play it by ear. We'll play it by
Okay.
ear. We'll play it by ear. if I'm in a bad attitude and a bad mood,
If
then
y'all been
you
getting
ain't-
James stressed.
Yeah, if y'all been ticking me off or y'all go through a window or something, then ain't nobody getting nothing.
All the giveaways are
Done.
void.
It could just be someone asking about the standard. Second time that's
Or questioning the
one
standard.
question.
That is the other thing. Understand, people, we're setting the standards. We're going to be fair. We're going to do our best to make sure everybody's doing the right thing. But don't argue with your judge.
Please
okay? Don't argue with the judge.
I will win.
If you're not going deep enough on your squat, you're not going deep enough. Okay? Go deeper. It's that simple. If your chest didn't hit the ground on the burpee, put your chest to the ground. Just listen to them. Don't argue. They're sitting there watching you. They can see what you are or aren't doing. You have race brain. You don't know what's going on. Just believe them and go with it.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah. and
Absolutely.
Our volunteers, these are not like volunteers like coming off the street that are like 15. Like these are people who know the event. They know the
most of the
movements.
most of the volunteers are going to be, or the judges
They
are going to
know.
be coaches. So they are aware of what it is.
And
so.
they're volunteers. They're
Yes.
doing this out of the kindness of their heart to
Right.
have this event go out smoothly. So there's no one,
Facts.
malicious, them trying to hold you back. It's just them trying to, like I said, hold the standard
Exactly.
and make sure we all held accountable.
Exactly. And what we're also going to do is when you are finished, you'll get your time. Okay. So don't ask me and be like, what's my time? Because the last 3 times we've done the competition, I've posted all the times on our community board, and people who aren't part of the gym don't go to the community board. They also, if they got an email from us, they're probably like, oh, I'm sick of getting emails from BC Fitness. They didn't check. And then people are like complaining and like, I never got my time. I never got whatever. So just understand, when you're done, your time will be right there. They'll give you your time. We're going to have you sign off on your time so you know what your time is. And then we will give out the results. I know what people want to know is they don't want to know what their
Where they
time
stand.
is. They want to know what everybody else's time is so they can
Yes.
know where they stand.
Yes,
That's the deal.
100%.
But we will post that on the community board.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be up the week after. So probably like Tuesday or Wednesday of Memorial Day weekend. Remember, it's Memorial Day weekend, okay? So we'll put that up as well, so you'll get a chance to see where you stood amongst everyone else, right? Because that's the most important thing. And hopefully we'll all have a good time. And if you have any suggestions or anything like that, I will take them. Go to our comment board. You can email me, james@mybcfit.com. We always want to get better and do better. But if it's not a good idea, I may not use it. So just don't get your hell on shirt.
And I'd like to add one thing. If you love the event after having it, please go onto our Google page and leave a review.
Yes.
We love the Google
Yes.
reviews.
If we
leave-
fail miserably and we don't do a good job, just forget about the review stuff.
Don't do it.
Don't. It's okay. It's okay.
You can tell us in private.
We don't want to put you out.
Just leave it under Chick-fil-A. Just only kidding. We love Chick-fil-A.
So it should be a good day. It's gonna be a good day. I'm excited about the food truck's gonna be here. So
Yep.
it's gonna be a good little event just for the whole family, and should be fun. And you should enjoy yourself. That's the goal. Our goal is to make sure you have a good time, have a good event, and maybe get some good food while you're here.
Heck yeah.
Oh, I'm pumped.
There's gonna be
Full
some
house,
donuts.
Full house food truck. It's
gonna be a full house.
There's going to be a donut food truck. There's going to be a Vietnamese food truck. Agua fresca.
Oh, nice.
All the things.
Very nice.
Yeah.
So good times, man. It's going to be a good time. So we will see you here. If you're not competing and you weren't able to get a ticket, no big deal, guys. Come and watch. Come and support. It'll be a good time. And if I'm in a good mood and I got one spot, maybe I'll let you just jump in. Who knows?
Ooh.
Probably not. So anyway, anything else?
Do we want to promote Monday,
What's Monday?
Memorial Day, 9 a.m.?
I mean, we'll do a 9 a.m. workout. It's not like a special workout we're going to do. It's
No.
not like we're doing like Murph or anything like
But
that.
if people want to come and just join Memorial Day workout,
Yeah, if you've never gotten your first class free, you can come and join us. If you're a member, you can come and join us. If you've gotten your first class free and you want to come join us, come join us. It's $20 to drop in.
Absolutely.
no, we will not be doing Murph.
No, we're not doing Murph.
Sorry,
It'll
guys.
just be one workout we'll be closed on Monday.
It'll still be a good workout,
One
though.
workout, 9 a.m. It'll be a good time. We'll have fun. And then we'll go to Carlos's house and swim and have a barbecue.
Are we doing that?
No, I just made it a
wow.
thing.
I did not know.
I just made it a thing.
Oh, maybe we go to my house.
My wife has always, lately, I think she's been taking advantage of if I'm paying attention or not. She's like, I told you we were doing this.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden I panic. It's like,
Sometimes I think that happens in my house too.
No, 100%. She will say, like, I told you that. And I really will think. And I'm like, I don't know about that. But
Yeah, exactly. Actually, I think Jessica is leaving on Saturday. Maybe we should go to her house.
oh, yeah, she's going for
Yeah,
the
we should go swim at
summer.
her house. Yeah,
Yeah, we should just invite her so she'll show up.
freaking house party over at her house.
We should
That's
just
how we
show
do
up
it.
and like,
Oh,
we're going to
yes.
miss you so much. We're all here for you. She would
She'll
love
be
that.
gone.
Well, she's gone.
Oh, you mean just use her house?
Yeah.
Yes. It's pretty much, once you're HYROX partners, you pretty much have access to someone's pool.
You,
Yeah.
you basically
I'm
just get a
pretty
key
sh-
made.
I think you automatically get pull access.
Yeah, 100%. No,
Yeah.
no questions asked.
Yeah.
So yes, I agree. So definitely, she should have the fridge stocked up.
Yeah.
You know, I like Olipop.
Yeah.
And definitely, I feel like pork chops.
I'm still on. I still got to make sure I'm not going crazy because the race is not till next weekend as far as the food. But yeah, I'm cool with that. Yeah.
Lean pork.
Yeah.
Sweet
I
potatoes.
wouldn't mind do some pork ribs one day. What the heck? You know what I'm saying?
potato.
That's good.
Yeah. So Jessica, please make sure that there's barbecue present. You can cater if you want. Don't worry about trying to get somebody to.
We don't want to make a mess.
No, we don't want to make a
Catering would
mess
be
and
way
mess up
easier.
your house. So just make sure that happens. I like Two Guys in a Pit. It's a good place. All right. Or you could do Tejas Barbecue. You had Tejas Barbecue?
I have not.
It's really
in
good.
In Tomball?
Yeah, it's really good. So maybe you could cater that for us. That would be nice.
If they have two different types of potato salad, get them both.
Both of them, I think so.
I want to
yeah,
try them
and
both.
get the they have this mac and cheese is really good too. So make sure you get that one. So, but other than that, I mean, we'll make sure that we close the gate when we leave.
Absolutely. Yes.
The least we can do.
We appreciate it.
Yes. Thank you for letting us use your pool. All right, guys. Well, we will see you this weekend if you're there. If not, we will catch you next week when we return with the Running with James podcast. Thank you so much for all your support. If you have the ability to do so, please check out our Patreon at patreon.com/running with James. Also, please go to our YouTube and follow us on YouTube, share, do all that great stuff. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts or on Spotify, you can rate the show and you can also comment. So we would love that. Please let us know that you're listening and where you're listening from. We always want to know all the different listeners and what part of the world you are listening from. Want to give a big shout out to our friends in Australia. They've moved up to number 2 on the list. It keeps going. It's like India, like Germany, Australia. They're like fighting for it. But Australia's on point right now. So proud of you guys. Down under.
Love them.
Put another shrimp on the bobby.
Excellent.
That was horrible.
We're probably not going to be number 1 now.
Yep. They're going to be number 1. All right, guys. We appreciate you coming in. And remember, as always, when you change your mind,
You change your life. Oh my gosh, you've got that so synced.
Oh, we're in sync.